The recording has started, and what are we going to do first in the class today? Of course, you did, and you guys have been doing it every day now, regularly, which is amazing. This is what I want from all of you, you know. And I know where the problem is. Like I said, I keep thinking about how I can improve my course, improve my, contribution for my to my students' learning. And I have decided that some students like Shlok and Aman, who come here with the real intention to learn, but they find it a bit difficult to keep up with my style and my new way of teaching. So I'm going to adapt to their needs a little bit more. And I'm thinking I have some ideas in my next batch, new batch. I'm going to incorporate those ideas, and I think it is going to help them. You know, I'll give them more opportunities to think about basic sentences in English. People. Today we are going to talk about that man who was in Dubai for 5 years. He worked there for 5 years. He lived there for 5 years. Uh, so did you guys find the exercise easy? The question answers? Okay. Let me play the audio. Listen to the conversation with the interviewer, and then we will check the answers. First, I'm going to play the audio. People don't care, value things, appreciate things they have. Now that my body is losing its shape, I'm becoming fat in the wrong places. I remember how slim and fit or, attractive shape I used to have. Now I realize when I was your age, I was like that, like you are today, and I didn't appreciate it. I thought, oh, it's normal. Okay. But now I realize that is not really normal. So, there are a lot of young people who struggle to be in a good shape, good ratios like the waistline, the chest, the hips, and all that stuff. These things contribute to your appearance, how good looking you will appear physically. I don't know how many people think about these things. I just have thoughts, intrusive thoughts, we call these things, just thoughts that just come to you, trouble you. Most people ignore them, deny them, don't even acknowledge that they had those thoughts. Yes, please come in. So let's listen to the interview. Unit 9, exercise 11. Recording is on, yes.
Parts 1 and 2. Ben, you lived and worked in Dubai for 5 years.
Okay, now we can focus on this. Ben, you lived and worked in Dubai for 5 years. You lived and worked in Dubai for 5 years. Past simple. So when you hear you lived in Dubai for 5 years, clearly it means the person doesn't live in Dubai anymore. This means that for 5 years you lived in Dubai. Finished action. This is finished action. I was in Bihar Sharif for 2 years. Okay. I'm not there anymore. I was in Bihar Sharif like that. Okay. I lived in my grandma Nani Ghar for 6 months. It means I don't live there anymore. I lived there. Past simple refers to finished action. Past refers to finished action in the past. Okay, I lived in Dubai for 5 years. You lived in Dubai for 5 years. So this sentence, you lived in Dubai for 5 years. Everybody, can you tell me any finished action on this pattern from your life? Can you give me a sentence like this? You heard a sentence? Ben, you lived and worked in Dubai for 5 years. Okay? It means Ben does not work in Dubai now, doesn't live in Dubai now. So from your life, can you give me a sentence which refers to a finished action in the past? I'll tell you one example. You can copy my example. Please come in. Come on, start running. Yeah, you got the chair. All right. I studied, past simple, I studied at Model Middle School for 8 years. I studied at Model Middle School for 8 years. All right. Easy. Clearly means I don't study there anymore. Now, can you give me a sentence like this? From 2016 to 2020. Everybody, repeat his sentence. Not you, Deepak. For 4 years. Deepak lived in Patna for 4 years. Say it in Hindi. Deepak 4 साल. आप हिंदी में बोल सकते रहा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, इट्स ओके। इंग्लिश में नहीं बोलना। इंग्लिश में क्या बोलना? दीपक lived. Deepak lived in Patna for 4 years. He doesn't live there now. Okay? हिंदी में जैसे बोलना है बोलो, कोई टेंशन नहीं। Why I did this? क्योंकि पता था कि हिंदी में सब लोग रहा है बोल देंगे, तो 4 साल पटना में रहा है। आप हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं ऐसा, लेकिन ये है आपका प्रेजेंट में, इंग्लिश में नहीं एक्सप्रेस हो सकता। क्या वो रहता है पटना में? पता चल गया ना, फिनिश्ड एक्शन है। विच टेंस? All right, give me another sentence. We were friends for some days. We were friends for some days. Are we friends now? No. कुछ दिन हम लोग दोस्त रहे थे। कुछ दिन हम लोग दोस्त थे, कुछ दिन हम लोग दोस्त रहे थे। हिंदी कितनी बदली उसके सेंटेंस में, तुम्हारे मुंह से नेचुरली क्या आया? वो 4 साल पटना में रहा है, राइट? मेरे सेंटेंस में क्या हिंदी आ रहा है? रहे थे। दोनों की इंग्लिश एक जैसे, पास्ट सिंपल। इजंट इट फनी? इजंट इट स्ट्रेंज? फनी मीन्स हंसने, फनी, और स्ट्रेंज फनी। Funny can be used for to mean strange as well, like in this situation. Isn't it funny? Isn't it strange? We have two different sentences. दीपक 4 साल पटना में रहा है, ओके, तो वो जानता है पटना के गलियों, ठीक है? 4 साल रहा है, हिंदी में जैसे ही बोला ना 4 साल रहा है, और हमें पता है कि अब वहां नहीं, फिर भी हिंदी में तो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना ऐसा। आप ही तो बोले थे थोड़ी देर पहले। तो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेल यू कि ये हिंदी राइट है कि रॉन्ग है, बस इतना बताना है, इफ यू वांट टू से दिस इन इंग्लिश, व्हिच टेंस? ओके। ऐश्वर्या काफी दिन तक सलमान की गर्लफ्रेंड थी। ऐश्वर्या was for quite some time. Okay, more. 3 दिन हम बीमार थे। I was sick for. Are you sick now? No. So Ben worked in Dubai for. He lived in Dubai for. अब मैं जो पढ़ा रहा हूं बाद में थोड़ा अगर ध्यान से निकला तो बचपन वाला पढ़ाई हावी हो जाएगा कंफ्यूज करने के लिए। He had been ऐसा करके कुछ पढ़े थे for 5 years ऐसा करके। अभी मत आने देना, ख्याल भी मत आने देना, जो चल रहा है वो चलाओ दिमाग में। यही प्रॉब्लम है टेंस का। टेंस हिंदी का और इंग्लिश का ऊपर ऊपर में बराबर जैसा लगता है, एक जैसा, बचपन में पढ़ाया तो है टीचर ने, हिंदी से इंग्लिश पढ़ाया था, एम आई राइट? बट एट अ डीपर लेवल Hindi tenses and English tenses are quite different. At a higher level, I should say. Okay, when you go to the intermediate level, advanced level of English, then the tenses in English and the tenses in Hindi are slightly different, not slightly, quite different. वो तीन साल मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड थी। वो 3 साल फिर में मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड थी या रही है, ठीक है? अब नहीं है, तुम्हें पता चल रहा है, लेकिन 3 साल मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड रही है। ऐसा हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं हम लोग, लेकिन इंग्लिश में बोलेंगे शी वॉज माई गर्लफ्रेंड फॉर। एक इसमें खाली ये बोलने के लिए एक कंडीशन चाहिए, बोलो वो कंडीशन कौन सा इंपॉर्टेंट कंडीशन है? कि वो अब मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं है, तभी ये लाइन बोल सकते हैं। और अगर अभी है तो नहीं बोल सकते दोस्त, क्योंकि फिनिश्ड एक्शन नहीं हुआ। ओके, अगर अभी भी मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड है तो फिर हम नहीं बोल सकते वो 3 साल के लिए मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड रही है, ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते। मतलब हिंदी में बोल सकते, इंग्लिश में शी वॉज नहीं बोल सकते। शी वॉज माई गर्लफ्रेंड बोलने के लिए उसका अभी मेरा गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं रहना जरूरी है। ओके, तभी ये फॉर वाला ये फॉर फॉर शी वॉज माई गर्लफ्रेंड फॉर 3 years। एनी प्रॉब्लम्स? सो दिस गाय Ben worked and lived in Dubai for. Does he live there now? ना। अगर अभी वहां रहता तो ये लाइन सेंटेंस नहीं बनता इंग्लिश में।
Tell me something about the place.
Tell me something about the place. Tell me something about the place. बताइए थोड़ा। The place. Tell me something about कौन सा जगह? तो जब आपको पता होता है किस किस चीज के बारे में बात हो रही है तो आप द लगाते हैं। टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट प्लेस खाली नहीं बोल सकते। टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट विच प्लेस? एवरीबॉडी नोज हियर, दैट्स व्हाई टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट द प्लेस।
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did. I'll just not stop. I'll just let you listen all of it.
It was a very exciting place to work and very multicultural. There are people from all over the world who live and work together very happily. It's a fantastic place in many ways.
Why is it so fantastic?
Well, not many years ago, it was just a small fishing village. And now, just a few years later, there are huge modern buildings everywhere. There are so many shopping centres, Sports stadiums, offices, hotels. It's incredible.
How did you find the people?
Very friendly. Everyone was there to do business, and we were guests in the country, and they made us feel very welcome.
So people there work very hard. What about entertainment? Was there a lot to do in your free time?
There's a lot of things to do. All the water sports, swimming, windsurfing, and sports centres where you can play tennis and squash. You can even go skiing there.
Yes, I understand that there's a ski centre with real snow.
That's right. It can be 40 degrees centigrade outside, but you can ski on snow. There's lots to do in the evening. Bars, clubs, music.
What about restaurants? I suppose there are a lot.
There's every kind of restaurant you can imagine. From top-class international in the big hotels to Indian, Chinese, Thai, traditional Arab, everything.
Did you find the weather okay? I mean, it's really hot.
Yeah, it's a lot hotter than England. In the summer months of June to August, it's really hot. But for 8 months a year, the climate is perfect. And it doesn't really rain at all.
You were there with your family. Did they enjoy it?
Very much. My 2 children were born there. We had a much better standard of living than in England. Houses were cheaper and much bigger. My kids loved having a swimming pool.
I'm sure they did. What did you miss while you were there?
Well, 3 things, really. The biggest thing we missed was family, and seeing family and friends at the weekend. Another thing was the seasons. In England, we have 4 seasons, different seasons. Winter is different from spring, summer is different from autumn. But in Dubai, it's always hot or very hot. And the third thing is there isn't the green countryside that you get in England. Sand and desert just isn't the same as a green field in England.
So, you have an idea of what they talked about? What is the best way to move forward? Explain it line by line, first of all, to you. Everything they said, all the grammar of it, the vocabulary, that's what we are going to do. Then we will check the answers, and then you guys will practice the interview with each other.
Unit 9, Exercise 11, Parts 1 and 2. Ben, you lived and worked in Dubai for 5 years.
Ben, आप तो 5 साल दुबई में रहे ना, वहां काम किए ना 5 साल. हिंदी ऐसी है ना? This is perfect in Hindi, no issues. Ben, आप 5 साल दुबई में रहे ना, या रहे थे, जो भी बोलना है, पता नहीं कैसे बोलते हैं, कौन सा चीज तुम्हारे मुंह से निकलेगा. अगर आप इंटरव्यूअर होते, if you were the interviewer, what would you say in Hindi? Ben, आप तो 5 साल दुबई में रहे हैं, काम किए हैं. ऐसे मुंह से निकल जाएगा ना हम लोग के, आराम से निकल जाएगा. और शायद कुछ लोग ऐसे ही बोलेंगे, बेन आप 5 साल दुबई में थे, 5 साल वहां काम किए. कुछ लोग ऐसा ही बोलेंगे. हम लोग वो बात नहीं सकते उनको कि ये नहीं बोले. हमें नहीं पता which is grammatically correct because we haven't studied Hindi grammatically. If somebody comes and asks you, is this sentence grammatically correct or that sentence grammatically correct? What would you say? You would say, I don't know, 100% not sure. Okay? But we say both. A lot of people will say, आप 5 साल दुबई में रहे ना. लड़का को देखने आते हैं लोग, तो घर वाले बताते हैं, लड़के के पिता बड़े प्राउडली बताते हैं, 5 साल लड़का मेरा अमेरिका में रहा है, वहां जॉब किया है 5 साल, पिछले साल आया, ऐसा करके बताते हैं ना. Nothing strange. Biharis do talk like this. Just tell me, for this situation, in English, which tense is right? मेरा लड़का 5 साल अमेरिका में रहा है, 5 साल अमेरिका में था, वहां काम किया, जैसे जो बोले, जो भी हिंदी में बोले. In English, he was in for 5 years. He worked in America for 5 years. All right, everybody?
Tell me something about the place.
Tell me something about the place.
Did you like it?
Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you? आपको पसंद आया, अच्छा लगा, मन लगा वहाँ? डिड यू लाइक इट? डिड यू? पास्ट टेंस।
Yes, I did.
आई डिड। बहुत खुश थे हम।
It was a very exciting place to work.
It was a very exciting place to work. It was a very exciting place to work. काम करने के लिए बहुत बढ़िया जगह भाई, काम करने के लिए। हाँ, it was a very exciting place to work. Okay, it is भी बोल सकते हैं, it is a very exciting place to work. Why did he choose to say was? I can explain. आपको पता है was और is में, was is past, is present. तो उसने was बोला, इसका मतलब उस टाइम के बारे में बात कर रहा है। It was a very exciting place to work. जब वहां था ना, it was a very exciting place to work. वो अपने बारे उसमें बता रहा है। अब ये मत बोलना कि अब ये पास्ट टेंस है तो यहां पर वो चीज जो था अब नहीं है, अब एक्साइटिंग नहीं है। यही गलती होती है तुम्हारी। जब हमने फॉर लगा के टाइम लगाया था ना, वहां पे ये बात कंक्लूड करना है। इट वॉज अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग प्लेस टू वर्क। इसका मतलब नाउ इट इज नॉट एन एक्साइटिंग प्लेस टू वर्क। नहीं, ये नहीं बोलना है। इसका ये मतलब है दिस इज नॉट द फोकस पॉइंट ऑफ दिस स्टेटमेंट। This statement focuses on the fact that when he was there, he felt that it was an exciting place to work. ये है इसका focal point. A lot of teachers and students both feel very confused about it कि इसने कहा it was a very exciting place to work. आप कह सकते हैं it is a very exciting place to work, लेकिन अगर आप it is बोल रहे हैं तो आप अपने उस समय के एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में नहीं बता रहे, आप बता रहे हैं कि अच्छी जगह है काम करने के लिए। इट इज अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग प्लेस टू वर्क, विच इज ऑल राइट, विच इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन, आप बोल सकते हैं। प्रेजेंट फैक्ट, ए प्रेजेंट फैक्ट, इट इज अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग प्लेस टू वर्क। एसटीसी इज अ फैंटास्टिक प्लेस टू लर्न इंग्लिश, अ प्रेजेंट फैक्ट। लेकिन इमेजिन करिए कि आपसे कोई स्टूडेंट मिले, जो मेरा स्टूडेंट था 3-4 साल पहले, कोई आदमी मिले आपसे और बताए कि आई स्टडीड एट एसटीसी, विनय सर वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली। तो वो अगर उसने कहा विनय सर वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली इस लाइन के बाद, आई वाज एट एसटीसी इन 2020, 19 एंड 20, विनय सर वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली, तो इसका मतलब खाली इतना उसने बोला, आई वाज एट एसटीसी इन 2019 एंड 20, विनय सर वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स। तो वो क्या बता रहा है? अपने उस टाइम के बारे में बता रहा है। वो प्रेजेंट फैक्ट नहीं बता रहा है, बस इतना ही समझना है। राइट रॉन्ग कितना ही समझना। पास्ट सिंपल इज यूज्ड टू टॉक अबाउट पास्ट टाइम। ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द पास्ट टाइम दैट विनय सर वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली, ही वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स, उसने कहा। या उल्टा बोला उसने, विनय सर वाज वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट, ही शाउटेड अ लॉट। तो उसने बताया अपना एक्सपीरियंस, इससे अभी का कोई बात ही नहीं है इस बारे में। आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड। देयर इज नो फोकस ऑन द प्रेजेंट। लेकिन जब यही पास्ट सिंपल फॉर और टाइम के साथ आप बोलते हो शी वॉज माई गर्लफ्रेंड फॉर 2 years, तो ये बात आप क्लियरली कर रहे हैं कि वो अब आपकी गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं है। फिनिश्ड एक्शन है ये पास्ट का। तो यहां पे आप ये चीज ला सकते हैं जब इसमें टाइम पीरियड लगा है इतने समय के लिए। आई स्टडीड इंग्लिश फॉर 4 years, आप अभी इंग्लिश सीख रहे हैं? नहीं। जब आपने ये सेंटेंस बोला आई स्टडीड इंग्लिश फॉर 4 years, इस सेंटेंस का मतलब है कि आप इंग्लिश 4 साल सीखे थे। अब आप या सीखे हैं, जो भी बोलिए, हिंदी में मैं फिर से बताऊं, हिंदी में हम लोग बंधन नहीं डाल पा रहे हैं। एम आई राइट और एम आई रॉन्ग? आप अग्री कर रहे हो कि हम लोग नहीं डिसाइड कर पा रहे कि ये बोले वो, दोनों में से कोई भी बोल ही देते हम लोग। इन इंग्लिश पास्ट सिंपल इस जगह पे बिकॉज अब नहीं पढ़ रहा है, फिनिश्ड एक्शन। लेकिन व्हेन ही सेड इट वाज एन एक्साइटिंग प्लेस टू वर्क, ये नहीं बोलना है कि अब वो एक्साइटिंग प्लेस नहीं है। अगर ऐसा बताना चाहते हैं कि अब नहीं है तो बोलना पड़ेगा इट यूज्ड टू बी एन एक्साइटिंग प्लेस। तो क्या बोलना पड़ेगा? इट यूज्ड टू बी एन एक्साइटिंग, यूज्ड, इट यूज्ड टू बी एन एक्साइटिंग प्लेस। then it will emphasize कि अब वो exciting जगह नहीं है. But when you say it was an exciting place to work, as he said, Ben, तो उसका दिमाग में खाली ये चल रहा है कि वो बता रहा है कि उस था ना 5 साल वहां, उसको क्या महसूस हुआ उस समय. पास्ट में आपको क्या महसूस हुआ बताने के लिए आप पास्ट टेंस सिंपल का बता सकते हैं, यूज कर सकते हैं. आई वॉज देयर. शी वॉज माई गर्लफ्रेंड फॉर 2 years. शी वॉज वेरी शाई. इसका मतलब हम बोल रहे हैं अब वो शाई नहीं है. इसका कोई पॉइंट ही नहीं है. हाँ ना, हम कुछ नहीं बोल रहे. हम ये बता रहे कि जब हम उसके साथ थे, जब वो मेरे साथ थी 2 साल, शी वॉज वेरी शाई. बस इतना बता रहे हैं हम. हो सकता भी हो सकता है ना हो, डजंट मैटर. Shy means not very confident, not very open. Okay, shy means not very confident, not very open. Suppose a student has a confusion and is not sharing the confusion with me because the person doesn't feel confident, then we can call them shy. Okay. So do you think that Afia is very shy? Yes, she is. Lack of confidence. She is mischievous, but at the same time, she is also shy. All right, let me explain, because I know why you guys will call her not shy, because you think she is very mischievous. So, yeah, shy people usually do not have that personality. I know what you're talking about, mischievous personality, because they're not very confident. But here, both the things are at play. She's not confident, that's why she doesn't speak openly. Okay, she tries to be, but she finds it difficult. I think you are more confident than Afia, because I see you whenever you want to talk to me, you say it straightforward. You talk to me, you look at me and make your statement. I've noticed that you have never let it become a game sort of thing. But and Rudra, by the way, he has the same personality. I told you. He says something, but he doesn't want me to know what he's saying. So he is mischievous because he says mischievous things, to his friends. He doesn't want me to know. So he's shy. He's not very confident, I can tell you. Okay? He's not very confident. Otherwise, he would make the joke also confidently. Okay? So he's mischievous, just like Afia is. But at the same time, he's shy. Not very confident. Okay. So we think of shy as just one thing, the person who doesn't speak much, the person who doesn't make an eye contact. But it's not like that. I mean, yeah, those people are shy, but shy word can also describe people like Rudra. Okay, let me give you the dictionary definition. I think dictionary, I'm not reading, but I think dictionary will tell you, not confident to share your thoughts, your opinions, openly, shy. Let's see what the dictionary says about the word shy. 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 Google has gone crazy. It shows me Honda Shine. Nervous, uncomfortable with other people. Nervous and uncomfortable with other people. He was too shy to ask her to dance with him. Children are often shy with people they don't know. Animals can be shy too, not coming close to humans. All right? Unwilling to talk to them. Unwilling to? Uh, tell us about the place. Did you like it? I did. I did. It was a fantastic place to work
And very multicultural.
and very multicultural. So I hope that now you will not just translate the words, you will also understand when he says it was a fantastic place to work, you guys will know that he is talking about the time when he was there. It was a fantastic place and very multicultural and it was very multicultural. एंड इनका ये मतलब नहीं निकाल सकते कि अब नहीं है, ये अब नहीं, ये मतलब नहीं निकालेंगे। मतलब कब निकालना है? जब टाइम एक्सप्रेशन के साथ कोई चीज बोला जाए। आई वॉज एट एसटीसी फॉर 2 years, इसका मतलब ही इज नॉट एट एसटीसी। आई स्टडीड एट एसटीसी फॉर 2 years, ही डजंट स्टडी एट एसटीसी एनीमोर। तो ऐसे जगहों पे आप ये निष्कर्ष निकाल सकते हैं आराम से। जब किसी चीज के एडजेक्टिव से डिस्क्राइब किया जाए किसी के बारे में, शी वॉज वेरी ब्यूटिफुल, तो बताइए ब्यूटीफुल लोग अनब्यूटीफुल हो जाते हैं? नहीं ना। तो इट मीन्स द पर्सन इज टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हाट ही फेल्ट एट दैट टाइम। ओके, दैट्स इट।
People from all over the world who live and work together very happily.
People from all over the world. People from lived and worked there very happily. Let's see if he used the present tense or past tense. If he used the past tense, he's talking about then. If he uses the present tense, he's talking about a present fact. Neither time he's wrong. Whether he uses the past or he uses the present, he's not wrong. Who is just rubbing that plastic under their feet? Who is doing it? Who is doing it? Aman or Shlok? Aman, come here. Come here. Sit. All right.
Place to work.
About the place. Did you like it?
Yes, I did. It was a very exciting place to work and very multicultural. There are people from all over the world who live and work together very happily. It's a fantastic place in many ways.
Now he is using the
Why is it
present.
so fantastic?
Well, not many years ago, it was just a small fishing village. And now, just a few years later, there are huge modern buildings everywhere. There are so many shopping centres, sports stadiums, offices, hotels. It's incredible.
How did you find the people?
Very friendly. Everyone was there to do business.
Work. Okay.
Sure. Therapy. It was a very exciting place to work and very multicultural. There are people from all over the world who live and work together.
There are people who live and work there very happily. There are people from all over the world who live and work there very happily. He is using the present tense. He is talking about a present fact. That in Dubai, there are people from all over the world who live and work together very happily. Understand? What am I trying to highlight here? I want you to appreciate कि अगर उसने past tense में भी बोला होता तो गलत नहीं होता, खाली बात बदल जाती। क्या बदलती भाई? हाँ, वो अपने टाइम के बारे में बता रहा होता। There were people from all over the world who lived and worked there very happily. अगर उसने ऐसा कहा होता तो मैटर चेंज हो जाता। ये होता है कि वो अपने टाइम के बारे में बात कर रहा था कि जब हम वहां थे ना, बहुत तरह के दुनिया के हर जगह से लोग वहां काम कर रहे थे, रह रहे थे साथ में, कोई टेंशन नहीं था, ऐसे बताता वो। और उसने जब कहा देयर आर पीपल फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, बता रहा है कि वहां ऐसा है, वहां ऐसा था, वहां ऐसा है, दोनों में से कोई गलत नहीं। वहां ऐसा था, हिज एक्सपीरियंस, वहां ऐसा है, प्रेजेंट फैक्ट।
very happily. It's a fantastic place in many ways.
It's a fantastic place in many ways. It's a fantastic place in many ways. Fantastic means mazedar. You're a fantastic guy. You're a mazedar person, okay? A fantastic building? ये जो गलती करा ये 90% लोग करेंगे और 90 से ऊपर ले जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। वो एक वर्ड दे करके सोचेंगे। मैं तो कहता हूं हाँ मान लिया मैंने तुम्हारा, तो मैं कैसे बोलूं फैंटास्टिक बिल्डिंग? मैं कैसे बोलूं फैंटास्टिक परफॉर्मेंस? ठीक है, और भी बोल सकते हैं फैंटास्टिक वेडिंग, फैंटास्टिक चेयर, और सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग तो मैंने बताया था फैंटास्टिक सिटी, मजेदार शहर, मजेदार बिल्डिंग। बोला है कभी हम लोगों ने? अभी तो मजेदार को हटा के ऐसा सोचते हैं कोई हिंदी वर्ड नहीं चाहिए, इंग्लिश में समझते हैं फैंटास्टिक। पहली बात, समथिंग दैट वी लाइक और समथिंग दैट वी डोंट लाइक इज फैंटास्टिक। समथिंग वी डोंट लाइक कैन नॉट बी फैंटास्टिक. If we are describing something as fantastic, one thing is certain: we like that thing. Not a little bit, a lot. Okay? Fantastic, a fantastic performance, fantastic singing, fantastic lesson. It means you loved it. Okay. There is something more that I want to tell you about the word fantastic. One meaning is easy meaning, extremely good. You look fantastic. You look extremely good. Fantastic means extremely good. Fantastic means extremely good. He's not here. Was he here yesterday? Adnan? His mother told me, that whenever he misses the class, I inform. So fantastic means very, very good, extremely good. Okay. Okay. Now I'll give you a meaning of fantastic. Look, fantasy is not real. Okay. From the word fantasy, you can think of fantastical as well. Something that is strange, something that is not easy to understand, easy to expect, easy to accept. You don't, how? So good that it is difficult to believe. So good that it is difficult, unexpected. Okay. It's a fantastic city in many ways.
Why is it so fantastic?
Why is it so fantastic? क्यों भैया, क्या है? क्या है इसमें ऐसा? Why is it so fantastic?
Well, not many years ago, it was just a small fishing village.
Not many years ago, it was just a small fishing village. Not many years ago, it was just a small. Dubai was just a small fishing village in 1960s. If you check out the photo on the internet of Dubai in 1960s, It was just a small fishing village. It will look like a barren place with a lot of sand, the ocean on one side, and very few buildings. Not the tall buildings that you know today. Nothing like that. If you check out Shanghai, in 1990, Shanghai, one of the world's biggest mega cities. All right. Okay. You will be surprised to see how it was. And today it has changed so much, Shanghai. All right. It is one of the mega cities in the world with such tall buildings. So, I mean, everybody wants their city to become like that, very soon. Haru. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Not many years ago, it was just a small fishing village, a fishing village. It was just as not many years ago. कुछ साल पहले था. Okay, it was just a not की जगह आप until भी बोल सकते हैं. Until a few years ago. Not many years ago की जगह बोलिए until a few years ago. Not many years ago की जगह दूसरा क्या ऑप्शन है? Until a few years ago. अरे अभी कुछ साल पहले तक तो तुम नाक नाक पोछते हुए चलती थी गली में. अभी तुम हमसे ऐसे बात करी जैसे तुम बड़ी हीरोइन हो गई हो. मोहल्ले में लड़के ऐसे ऐसे बोलते हैं लड़कियों को, क्योंकि समटाइम्स दैट इज देयर रिलेशन. नहीं पता चलता, भाई बहन है, दोस्त है, बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड है, पता भी नहीं चलता एक्चुअली. बट या दे डू टीज ईच अदर. अभी कुछ दिन पहले तक ना तुम फ्रॉक पहन के चलती थी गली में, अभी दिखा रही हो बड़ा कि तुम बड़ी हो गई हो, ऐसे बोलते हैं. तो कैसे बोलेंगे? अरे कुछ दिन पहले तक ना, कैसे बोलेंगे? Until a few years ago. All right. You just walked in the streets in a frock. You just walked in the streets in a frock. Okay. And now you're showing me attitude. Okay. I'm a 45-year-old man. I've seen a lot of children in my mohalla growing up. तो उसमें से कोई बदतमीजी करे तो ऐसे बोलता है, बेटा कल तक तो तू नाक पोछ रहा था बेटा, हाँ मेरे सामने ही पैदा हुआ है, ऐसे बोलते हैं हम लोग. ठीक है. तो कल तक तो मतलब until a few days ago, a few years ago, a few months ago, जैसा आप चाहो इंग्लिश में. Not long ago. Okay. Yeah. So until a few years ago, it was just a small fishing village. It was just a small. अरे अभी कुछ साल पहले तक तो ये साला किराए के मकान में रहता था रे. ये देखो तो कैसे क्या कर रहा है, स्मगलिंग करके बनाया पैसा कैसे? ऐसा कभी कभी बोला होगा किसी का? अरे अभी कुछ साल पहले तक तो किराए के घर में रहता था, साइकिल चलाता था. ये देखो तो ये फॉर्च्यूनर ले लिया है, इतना बड़ा बिल्डिंग में रह रहा है. ये ना, ये बिहारी के लिए फॉर्च्यूनर काफी है ना. कितने लाख का आता है भाई? हाँ, 32 से शुरू होता है फॉर्च्यूनर. सेकेंड हैंड. All right. Okay. Do you feel your ego gets hurt when you buy second-hand things, or you're cool when you buy second-hand things? Do you buy second-hand things? Would you like to buy second-hand things if it is a good deal? If it's a good buy, if it is a good buy means good deal, सस्ता मिल रहा कोई चीज second hand, then will your ego get hurt a little bit and you will not buy it, or you will buy it? You will. Okay, you are practical people. Some people are second hand. No way. I want my own thing. Okay. भाई कंट्रोल कर ले यार. तू लोग तो एक ही धर्रे पे चल रही करता है खाली. बहुत सी चीज खरीदने के लिए होती है सेकंड हैंड. ओके. साइकिल, बाइक, कार, कपड़े. Have you ever bought second hand clothes? No? Are you sure? If you buy clothes from the footpath, most probably they are second hand. When you have an elder brother, you wear second hand clothes, but you don't buy them, of course. But there are special shops They are called thrift shops. They're called thrift. Thrift. Who's touching the wire? Inaya. Inaya beta, you are at the wrong place. Let me ask you to sit next to Ayat. Can you sit next to Ayat beta? Can you please? I want to have an eye contact as well with you, because when I sit like this, I can't see you. So there. Okay, please sit. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ayat was trying to trip her. Did you try to trip her? No, she didn't. I misunderstood. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah. Thrift shop. A thrift shop sells second-hand clothes and many other stuff as well. Thrift shop. Okay. Thrift. And people who like saving their money, the adjective to describe them is thrifty. Thrifty people like saving their money. They don't like wasting their money. Thrifty. You know the word, what is the word? कंजूस के लिए आप लोग क्या वर्ड बोलते हो? हाँ, अरे ग्रेडी तो लालची होता है. कौन सा वर्ड यूज करते हो कंजूस के लिए आप लोग कॉमनली इंग्लिश में? Oh, you don't remember? You don't remember? Okay. So the word is actually a noun, but people think of it as an adjective. Okay. What is the word? I'm also kind of forgetting it in this moment. Thrifty is a positive word. If you describe somebody as thrifty, then you're not calling them a it's very common word. Everybody knows that. So many cards separately. Oh, guys, do we waste so many cards with you? है गलत बात है. दूसरे लोगों को देना ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्टूडेंट इनको सब एक कार्ड देंगे और सबको बोलेंगे आने के लिए. ओके, सेपरेट कार्ड्स. अच्छा ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. सरस्वती पूछा बेटा. माइजर बोलते हो ना, माइजर माइजर बोलता रहते हो ना, माइजर माइजर. ओके, तो माइजर इज एक्चुअली अ नाउन. माइजर इज अ, इट्स नॉट एन एडजेक्टिव. कंजूस आदमी को बोलते हैं माइजर पर्सन. नहीं बोलना है, माइजर पर्सन नहीं बोलना है दोस्त. यू हैव टू से ही इज ए माइजर. If you want to say person, then you have to say he's a miserly person. He's a miserly person, which means miserly is an adjective. Miser is a noun. Got it? And the word has a negative connotation. If you describe somebody as a miser or miserly, then you are saying negative. But you like them because they save their money. For example, your family members, you feel good about it when your papa is thrifty or your children are thrifty, your brother and sisters are thrifty. You appreciate it कि अच्छा है, पैसा बचा के चलता है. Right? So how many of you feel negative about your parents, towards your parents, because they don't spend enough money on you? You think पैसा बचाते रहते हैं हर समय. How many of you have a negative opinion of your parents because of this reason? And if you have a negative approach towards your parents for this reason, you will not call them thrifty. You will call them miserly. Or there is another word, stingy. Stingy. Stingy means also negative. पैसा बचाने वाला, पैसा नहीं खर्च करने वाला. Someone who doesn't like spending money. Stingy. Okay. My stingy friends. My not appreciative, complaining about them that they don't spend money. Okay. तू बदलेगा कि नहीं बदलेगा? तो ऐसे मेरे तरफ से बात. I am stingy. So guys, we are, as I was telling you, that we have already found the building and we are relocating. So from the new session, all the classes, actually from after, Saraswati Puja, all classes will run there. So visit the school, okay? Visit the school, everybody. This is for each person here, okay? Pass one to everybody. Bring all your friends. Okay. Do visit the building, to see how it is. I think it is a nice place now, we are happy with it. Some people think that, most of us here, we believe in this group that we have, that if you're doing your job properly, money will chase you. You don't need to chase money. आपको पैसे के पीछे भागने की जरूरत नहीं है. आएगा पैसा अगर आप अपना काम अच्छा करते हैं. ये तो बात सही है और मैं इस पर पूरी तरह यकीन करता हूँ. It might be a little slow sometimes, but it will happen eventually. So what are we talking about in this line here? What did we hear? And why did we talk about second hand? What were we talking about here? Let's go back to listen to the lines to recall.
Not many years ago, it was.
Not many years ago. Okay. Not many years ago, it was just a small fishing village. It was just a small fishing village.
Just a small fishing village.
Just a small fishing village. I also plan in the future, my class will be the teacher factory for my school, because here I can notice the smartness of the students. I can notice who thinks which way, their personality traits I can notice. And most importantly, those who stay here in this course, with me, their English will be better. They'll understand English differently. So they'll be able to impart that, share that knowledge with children there. All right. So I hope that some of you guys will be able to contribute there, as a teacher as well later in the future.
And now, just a few years later, there are huge modern buildings.
And now, just a few years later, not many years ago, it was just a small fishing village. Not many years ago, it was just a small. ये एकदम स्मूथ सेंटेंस आसान है या मुश्किल है? बोल दो. अरे अभी कुछ दिन पहले तक तुम तो इंग्लिश का एक वर्ड नहीं जानता था. ऐसे कैसे बोलेंगे? नॉट हिंदी. अच्छा, गड़बड़ा गए तुम, कंफ्यूज हो गए तुम लोग, नहीं समझ पाए. नहीं, वो लाइन रिपीट कर दिए लेकिन समझ नहीं बना पाए. अभी क्या बोलना था बेटा? अरे अभी कुछ दिन पहले तक तुमको एक शब्द नहीं आता था. हाँ, नॉट अ फ्यू डेज अगो. इसका क्या मतलब होता है नॉट अ फ्यू डेज? कैसे? नॉट तो तुमने लगा दिया. यही तो मैं कह रहा हूं, तुम लोग क्या बोल रहे हो, नहीं समझ पा रहे तुम, क्या बोलना था तुम्हें? Until a few days ago, not many days ago, उल्टा बोलना था, not many days ago, you couldn't say a word of English, you couldn't make a sentence in English, and now you're speaking English so very well. How did you do it? Until a few months ago, you couldn't say a sentence in English. You couldn't say a sentence in English. Okay, like this. Okay, got it. Until a few years ago, until कुछ साल पहले, हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे? Until a few years ago, okay, people didn't know anything about other countries, right? Most people didn't know anything about other countries. But thanks to the internet and mobile phones, today everybody knows about, yeah, almost whatever happens somewhere else, people in a small town, in a small village get to know about it. Earlier, they had to wait for the newspaper the next day or the radio, TV, and then they didn't have electricity. Still, there are villages which don't have, but they have mobile phones and batteries to charge the mobile phone. Skip करिए वो एक step. No electricity, no problems. We are still modern. We have smartphones. And to charge the mobile phones, they have battery inverter. Okay. So बेटा, until a few years ago, until a few days ago, मतलब अभी हाल फिलहाल तक, ठीक है? अभी until a few days ago, until a few months ago, until a few years ago, अपने जरूरत के हिसाब से ले लेना. कुछ दिन पहले तक तो तुम दोनों एक दूसरे का चेहरा नहीं देखना चाह रहे थे. Until a few days ago, you didn't want to look at each other. You didn't want to see each other. You didn't want to be friends with each other. Okay, you didn't want to talk to each other. And now you're saying you are in love with each other? Huh? How did that happen? Okay. How did that happen? तो अब कर लेना. मुझे लगता है इसे आसान है. पता नहीं क्यों मुझे कोई परेशानी वाली बात ही नहीं दिख रही है. क्या बोलना है? अभी कुछ दिन पहले तक कैसे बोलेंगे भाई? Until a few days ago. अरे अभी कुछ महीने पहले तक तुम लिख लिख किया था, अभी तेरा बॉडी कैसे इतना बन गया? Until a few months ago, you were just a thin boy, and now you have such great muscles. Are you taking a steroid?
Everywhere. There are so many shopping centres.
Got it? कर लेंगे?
Or fishing village. And now,
just a few years later,
just a few years later, there are huge modern buildings.
There are huge modern buildings everywhere. There are huge modern buildings everywhere.
So many shopping centres.
There are so many shopping centers. There are repetition मिल गया. Unit 4 में जो main चीज था उसका repetition मिल गया. There are, there is पढ़ाए थे. तो Unit 4, Unit 9 repetition दे दिया भाई. नहीं समझ पाए थे और देख लो मिल जाएगा. There are so many shopping centers. हिंदी क्या बोलेंगे? बहुत सारा शॉपिंग सेंटर्स है. वहां पे तो नहीं बोल देंगे ना, क्योंकि वहां के लिए कोई वर्ड नहीं आया है. Yeah, understood that we are talking about Dubai. There are so many shopping centers. Tone.
Sports stadiums, offices
and
hotels. It's incredible.
It's incredible. Incredible is an adjective. It's incredible. It's incredible. जैसे ही बोला आपने क्या समझा? Incredible is an, क्योंकि नहीं होता तो कैसे बोलते? It is incredible. It is beautiful. It is ugly. It is incredible. Incredible is also an adjective, which means unbelievable. So good that it is unbelievable. Incredible. An incredible shot is a good shot. Very good shot. Extremely good shot. So good that people can't believe their eyes. It's an incredible growth of a company. An incredible growth of a company is fast growth or slow growth. Actually, in fact, so fast that it is difficult to believe. So we call it incredible. ताकि आप अब देखो मैं क्या करता हूं, मैं इनक्रेडिबल के लिए हिंदी बोल पाया नहीं दिया मैंने, लेकिन मैं एक बात बार बार बोल रहा हूं, सो गुड दैट इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू बिलीव। अब ये चला गया दिमाग में, इनक्रेडिबल मीन सो गुड दैट इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू, तो आप इनक्रेडिबल की लिटरल फीलिंग ले लिए, अब उसके बाद आप बोलते रहिए। अब जहां जहां जरूरत पड़ेगी, ओह इट वाज इनक्रेडिबल, शी इज सच एन इनक्रेडिबल पर्सन। वी लाइक हर और वी डोंट लाइक हर, ऑब्वियसली शी इज सच एन इनक्रेडिबल पर्सन, He's an incredible teacher. You like that teacher? You don't like that teacher. तो मुझे बताइए, आप वोकैबुलरी ऐसे सीखेंगे कि उसके हिंदी की वजह से सीखेंगे? आप जब इंग्लिश में किसी टीचर के बारे में बात करना है इंग्लिश में, तो आप अच्छा बताना चाहते हैं, तो आपके दिमाग में एक वोकैबुलरी है, क्या है? इनक्रेडिबल। अब आप उसके लिए हिंदी पहले ढूंढने जाएंगे कि क्या हिंदी है। पागल है आप ऐसा सोचेंगे तो। शानदार बोलना है तो शानदार का इंग्लिश क्या होता है? ऐसे कोई नहीं सीख सकता इंग्लिश कि शानदार का इंग्लिश क्या होता है, झकास का इंग्लिश क्या होता है, ऐसे कोई नहीं सीख सकता। शानदार और झकास दोनों पॉजिटिव वर्ड्स हैं, यू यूज देम टू डिस्क्राइब समथिंग यू लाइक। सो यू जस्ट लर्न 2-3 वर्ड्स टुडे। इनक्रेडिबल, फैंटास्टिक, इज अ फैंटास्टिक टीचर। क्या गलत हो गया? अभी अगर आपने इंग्लिश में खड़े होकर स्टेज पर से बोला इज अ फैंटास्टिक टीचर, तो लोग क्या समझेंगे कि आपने टीचर की बड़ाई करी कि बुराई करी? अगर आपने कहा ही इज एन इनक्रेडिबल टीचर, अब किसको नहीं समझ में आएगा? अरे भाई हिंदी जिसको आता है और वो कहेगा इसका हिंदी में क्या हुआ, नहीं तुमको भी नहीं पता, बाय द वे मैंने तो बताया नहीं, तो तुमने भी नहीं बताया, तो क्या तुम समझ नहीं पाए वो क्या था? वो वहां बैठे जितने लोग इंग्लिश बोलने वाले सब समझेंगे नहीं तुम्हारी बात, दैट यू सेड सम गुड थिंग्स अबाउट द टीचर, बात खत्म। तो हमारा प्रॉब्लम, कई लोगों का प्रॉब्लम है कि उसके बदले एक वर्ड चाहिए उनको, जबकि वो एक आइडिया है, वो आइडिया आप कैसे भी एक्सप्रेस कर सके। चलिए मैं देता हूं एक वर्ड, अतुल्य। लेकिन ये जब भी वर्ड सोचेंगे तो इसका लिटरल मीनिंग होगा इनकंपेरेबल। ऐड आता है इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, अतुल्य भारत, ठीक है? अतुल्य भारत इज नॉट एक्चुअली इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, लेकिन उन्होंने चुना, ये अच्छा लगता है सुनने में, क्या? अतुल्य भारत। लेकिन इंग्लिश में क्या है वो? इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया। मैं बताता हूं, इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया एक फिगर ऑफ स्पीच होता है जिसमें जो साउंड शुरू में है ना, वही साउंड को रिपीट करना आपको। इंडिया, इनक्रेडिबल, दोनों एक से ऐसा शुरू होता है ना, तो ऐसे जब आप बोलते हैं मिलते जुलते साउंड से, तो सुनने में अच्छा लगता है। इसके लिए बना ये टैगलाइन बोल सकते हैं इसको, ठीक है? इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, ये हमारे किसी, मेरे ख्याल से सरकार के किसी नीति के लिए यूज हो रहा था बार बार। वी आर इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, वी आर बिल्डिंग इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, कम टू विजिट इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया। तो लोग जब समय नहीं बनाते, हिंदी इंग्लिश करते रहते, उनको सेटिस्फाई नहीं किया जा सकता। सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि एक चाय वाला जो कभी क्रिकेट नहीं खेला है, वो गाली दे सकता है एक प्लेयर को ये कह के कि उसने खराब शॉट खेला इंटरनेशनल मैच में। एक बहुत फास्ट बॉलर के सामने आउट हुआ है और वो कहेगा, जिसको कभी बैट नहीं पकड़ा जिस लाइफ में, वो कहेगा साला इसे खेल गया, इसे खेलना चाहिए था। तो आप नहीं कर सकते। इंसान जो होते हैं ना, बड़े अजीब होते हैं। मैंने ये बात बहुत देर से रियलाइज किया। मुझे लगा कि मेरी इंग्लिश इतनी अच्छी, सब लोग तो मेरे सामने सिर झुका के सीखेंगे ना। A lot of people argue with me. Those whose English is actually not very good, they argue with me instead of learning from me. And I was shocked at first. I was not ready for it. I thought ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? मैंने इतना मेहनत इसलिए किया है कि मैं आपको अपने आप से झगड़ा करने दूं। मैं तो चाहूंगा कि आप सिर झुका के मेरे से सीखते जाइए और ग्रो करते जाइए, और किसी दिन कहिए कि मेरी इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छी हो गई। बस मैं इतना चाहता था। बट देर आर पीपल हु आर एक्चुअली वेरी वेरी विलिंग टू हैव आर्ग्यूमेंट्स विद मी, नहीं ये ऐसे, नहीं वो वैसे, नहीं आप ये गलत, नहीं आप वो गलत, पागल, मैं गलत तू सही, ऐसा हो जाएगा। देन व्हाई द हेल एम आई मीन आई स्पेंड ऑल माई लाइफ डूइंग वन थिंग, learning and teaching English. Again, there is plenty to learn, I don't disagree. बट अगर आप बिहार शरीफ में कोई गली मोहल्ले में ऐसे घूमने वाले लड़के हैं जिसने कुछ समय दिया इंग्लिश को, वो मेरे से आर्ग्यूमेंट करेगा इंग्लिश में, और आपको लगता है आप फायदा कर लेंगे अपना उस आर्ग्यूमेंट से? कोई नहीं। आपको सुनना है मेरी बात को, समझना है कि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं, और उससे आपका फायदा होगा। अच्छा, ये तो अभी मैंने जो बातें बताई, इनक्रेडिबल मीन्स बेटा so good that it is difficult to believe and incredible. Okay, so yes, exactly, now the prices are incredible, my god. Okay, so like that, कुछ भी जगह आप ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, ठीक है। और बताता हूं, सो गुड, बेसिकली इसके तरफ, गुड की तरफ जाइएगा इनक्रेडिबल बोलते समय, ओके, गुड की तरफ जाइएगा नॉर्मली, ओके। बाय द वे, क्रेडिबल वर्ड भी है, क्रेडिबिलिटी भी एक वर्ड है। तो सारे वर्ड्स अभी मैं अचानक से सिखाने लगूंगा, क्या हो जाएगा, मैं अपना शो ऑफ कर रहा हूं कि मैं इतना जानता हूं, और आपका फायदा नहीं हो रहा। ये दवा खा ले, फिर ये दवा खा ले, फिर ये दवा खा ले, पागल, आपके शरीर पे क्या क्या असर हो जाएगा। तो अलग अलग टाइम पे ना, आराम से, इनक्रेडिबल, ओके, एन इनक्रेडिबल शॉट, that shot that Surya Kumar Yadav plays, lap shot. I love that shot. It's just fantastic. कोई दिक्कत जो मुंह पे आया, it does the same thing. Extremely good.
How did you find the people?
How did you find the people? हिंदी, बहुत बढ़िया जी। और अगर तुमने लोगों को कैसे ढूंढा, हाउ डिड यू, लेकिन ये तो नहीं बोलेंगे ना यहाँ पे, कॉन्टेक्स्ट, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द पीपल, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द टीचर, मतलब हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द टीचर, घर आया बच्चा पहला दिन, ठीक है, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द, पेरेंट्स ने पूछा, देखा द टीचर वाज अंडर द टेबल, when I bent down, BENT, to pick up my pencil, I saw him there with two students. अरे चुप हो जा, बेवकूफ, गलत बात। Okay, he was playing Ludo on his phone under the table, hiding from everybody, hiding from. So answer हो गया. How did you find the? I bent down, BENT, झुके. I bent down to pick up my pencil, and I saw the teacher under the table with two students playing Ludo. Okay.
Very friendly.
Very friendly. How did you find the people? तो ऐसे भी बोल सकते। अब ये तो क्वेश्चन था, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द पीपल, लोग कैसे लगे तुम्हें, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द पीपल, लोग कैसे लगे। मुझे ना ऐश्वर्या सुंदर नहीं लगती है, अब यही कैसे बोलेंगे इस तरीके से, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द पीपल, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द पीपल, वेरी फ्रेंडली, आई फाउंड द पीपल very friendly. How did you find the people? I found the people very friendly. Okay? Now say it this way. मुझे ऐश्वर्या सुंदर नहीं लगती है. I don't find Aishwarya Rai beautiful. I don't find Aishwarya beautiful. ठीक है? मुझे विराट कोहली कोई खास अच्छा नहीं लगता. I don't find Virat Kohli particularly good. इसका मतलब वो अच्छा खिलाड़ी मुझे नहीं लगता. I don't find him particularly good. Particularly ऐसा कोई खास अच्छा मुझे नहीं लगता वो. But I find रोहित शर्मा very talented. मुझे वो बहुत talented लगता है. Okay? तो आप किसी के बारे में राय बनाते हैं, find से बोल सकते हैं. I find her eyes so beautiful. I find her eyes, मुझे उसकी आंखें बहुत, हाँ, तो आप फाइंड से कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, ऐसे किसी की चीज के बारे में राय बता सकते हैं. I find this class very boring. I find this class very boring. मुझे ये क्लास बहुत बोरिंग लगता है, लगता था. I found. Okay. Any problems? So, beta, how did you find your first class? How did you? कई लोग को परेशानी हो जाएगी, उनके लिए क्या बोल रहा है, कैसे ढूंढा पहला क्लास, कैसे पाया, मतलब how did you find your first class? It was fun. It was fun. It was good. It means the person asked you for your opinion. प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे ये लाइन, एक दो लाइन बनता है. मैं क्यों बताऊं कि क्या प्रैक्टिस करना है, आपका दिमाग क्या कर रहा है बैठ के, हाँ ये मैंने सीखा, हाँ ये मैंने सीखा. अगर ऐसा नोट करता है दिमाग, तो कैसे नहीं प्रैक्टिस करेगा उस चीज को. क्या ये एक सिंसियर स्टूडेंट का काम है, हाँ ये चीज मैंने सीखा भी, अच्छा ऐसे बोल सकते हैं. ओके, ये एक सिंसियर स्टूडेंट का काम है कि नहीं, खुद से एक्नॉलेज करना, फिर उसकी प्रैक्टिस करना.
Everyone was there to do business.
Everyone was there to do business. Let me tell you, when I started the class, I said that I'm going to make some changes to the way I approach the class in the beginning, I'm going to start a batch in the second week of February. Okay, after the exams are over, I'm going to start one. But remember one thing, lazy people will not benefit no matter what. Careless people will not benefit no matter what I do, because they will not do their part. And it is always a two-way process. No matter how hard I try from my side, you cannot learn just because of that. You have to make efforts from your side as well. So it's a two-way process. So careless people, they don't do it. They don't care what you're saying, what you're doing in the class. They just don't care. So those people will not benefit, no matter what I do. There are lots of people who live in England and can't speak English. There are lots of people who live in America and can't speak English because they just don't care about it. हो जाता ना बहाने बहाने में, जैसे मैंने पूछा अमन से, अमन तो वहां बैठा था, हालांकि मुझे पता है ही wants to learn, वो होता है ना दोस्तों के साथ बदमाशी. When he sits here, he is like focused. ठीक है, I know his understanding of English is very poor right now. I'm waiting for the new batch to start, and then I'll put you there in the new batch. Okay. And are you guys friends with Sachin as well? Sachin? Sachin, don't you remember Sachin in our class? Yeah. Nardiganj. Sachin from Nardiganj. Nardiganj वाला की जगह क्या बोलेंगे? Sachin from Nardiganj. Sachin from Nardiganj. Yeah, I'm talking about him. Yeah.
And we were guests in the country.
Very friendly. People were very
To
friendly.
do business, and we were guests in the country. Friendly.
Very friendly.
Everyone was there to do business.
Everybody was there to do business. They did. This sentence means, in my opinion, they did not care about other things. Everybody was there to do business. Everybody was there to do. I mean, imagine how many things are happening outside this classroom, but we don't care. We focus on our learning English, right? In my online class, maybe there will be students from Jammu Kashmir. There was this guy who was talking to me actually. He wanted to join the class, but unfortunately, he wanted it free. I said, I'm sorry, can't do that, I can't teach for free because I would like to teach everybody for free, but it's just not possible. It's my sole source of income, the only source of income. So I can't really do that. But imagine that if you have students from Kashmir, right? And you have students from West Bengal, you have students from Haryana. If there are students from different parts of India, politics is so different everywhere. In our class, we will discuss politics then? No. We'll say, no, let's focus on everybody is here to learn, and everybody was there just to do business. Everybody was in Dubai just to do business. They didn't care about anything else. Everybody was there to do business.
and we were guests in the country.
We were guests in the country. Guests should behave like guests. We were guests in the country. So we just did not interfere too much. We were guests in the country.
And they made us feel very welcome.
And they made us feel very welcome. They made us, they means the people in Dubai, the locals, they made us feel very welcome. They made us feel very welcome. He joined the class in the middle, right? But you guys made him feel welcome. You made him feel welcome. It means he felt that people like me here, people want me here. Imagine somebody comes and nobody talks to that person. They try to talk to you and you turn your face away. Then you are making them feel unwelcome or bad. You're making them feel unwelcome, right? You go to your relative's house and they don't even ask you for tea or coffee. They are making you feel unwelcome. काहे के लिए आए हो? ऐसा वाला. They are making you feel unwelcome. And if they talk to you nicely, they offer you coffee and tea and a nice meal, then they are making you feel welcome. So some neighbors are some relatives are infamous, कुख्यात होते हैं, to make you feel unwelcome. They only make rich people feel welcome. And if you are not helping them with money, or if you are not very rich, they will make you feel very unwelcome if you end up at their home, at their doors. Or are you those relatives? Okay. Will you make me feel welcome if I ever visit your home? All right. What will you do? You will make me feel welcome. Okay. You will make me feel. मेरे को लगेगा कि सब खुश मेरे आने से, right? You will make me feel welcome. Now, how will you make me feel welcome? What will you do? You will offer me coffee, tea, all right? And what else will you do? Other people, different ideas. Tell me. Huh? You will offer me water, okay? And will you ask me to sit inside, or you will just ask me to stand outside? Will you invite your family to talk to me, or will you just talk to me alone? These are the things that you can do to make me feel welcome, right? Okay. किसी को अच्छा महसूस कराना कि नहीं आप यहाँ हैं तो हम लोग खुश हैं आपसे. Make somebody feel welcome. You go to a party and the host looks at you and looks away. Doesn't come to welcome you. Doesn't come to say, thank you for coming. Doesn't say that. Doesn't ask you to go and have the meal. Okay, you give the gift and say thank you, बस बोल के छोड़ दिया उसने. Then they are making you feel unwelcome. Okay.
So people there work very hard.
So people there work very hard. ये देर का हिंदी है क्योंकि ये पहला देर नहीं है. People there, people in Dubai. People there work very hard. People there work very hard. People there work very hard.
What about entertainment?
अच्छा वो तो हो गया, hardworking people. What about entertainment? Because you need entertainment too. You can't work and only work. What about entertainment?
Was there a lot to do in your free time?
Was there a lot to do in your free time? Was there a lot to do in your free time? Was there a lot to do in your free time? Was there a lot to do in your free time?
There's a lot of things to
हिंदी
do.
समझ आ गई इस लाइन की? Was there a lot to do in your free time? In Bihar shift, there isn't a lot to do in your. Suppose somebody is free, what can they do? There is just one cinema hall, Kumar, which is okay. The Kisan sucks. All right, absolutely bad now. Okay, the fans look like fans from 1950s. Yeah, it looks more like a go down rather than a cinema hall. What else can you do? Where will you go? What will you do? There are a couple of restaurants which you will visit. What else? There aren't a lot of things to do in your free time in Bihar Sharif. But when you are in Dubai, there is a lot to do in your free time.
All the water sports,
All the water
swimming.
sports, because Dubai is a fishing place, it means it has a seashore, okay? It is on the coast. It is on the coast, okay? What's going on there? Let me see. Ayat is an artist. Wow, Ayat. Is it you, Ayat? Is it you? Yes. With your papa, with your husband? Then who is this guy standing next to you? I can see you are wearing a dress here, a long dress. I like your imagination. I mean, it's good. I can see the proportion, and proportion is good. Yeah, you're a clever girl. Do you know that there is a typical test children do when they go to American schools for the first time for admission in LKG, pre-nursery and all? There is a typical thing teachers ask children to do, and that is they ask them to draw human beings. And the fun, interesting part, small children sometimes draw 3 fingers. I mean, it's not the quality. How you draw is not the point. Why would you give 3 fingers? Have you not noticed that a human has? And so many similar things. It's not about the quality, how beautifully you drew, how real it is. Real, like, factually, like why 3 fingers? So for a long time, this test was very, reliable. But then people figured out, so they started training their children to draw 5 fingers, and it became kind of, you know, yeah, this is how they decide. The child will study this, study that. There are psychologists. At the very beginning, they decide what you will study, in which section you will go. There are separate classes for very intelligent people, not so intelligent people. Now, there are other people, others, psychologists who say this is not a good idea. You should always have classes where intelligent and not so intelligent students are sitting together. Okay, if you separate them, then it's not a good idea. It's not going to be good for either of them. Well, I don't know. I'm not so qualified to make any comments on what is better. In my class, I have students of all kinds. There are very sharp-minded students as well. There are not very sharp-minded students as well. And I just say, enjoy being with each other, learn from each other, and I'm okay with this. I know most teachers would like to be with very sharp-minded students because they make their teacher's job easy, कुछ बोलो फटाक से, वो एक लाइन बताओ तो वो 3 लाइन समझते हैं. तो वो टीचर्स ऐसा चाहेंगे, वो अलग बात है. बट चाहते तो हम लोग कटरीना कैफ से शादी करना भी है, उससे क्या होता है, राइट? ओके, we have all sorts of desires. Chalo, we will finish it on Monday. Is it tomorrow? Saraswati Puja? Yeah. Fine then. Huh? It's Sunday tomorrow. So guys, you're all welcome to come to our new school. I hope everybody has an invitation card. And if you don't, please take one from here, Peter. Everybody has? Yeah, please. Pass it to Shlok. And if you want to invite somebody else, इनके लिए भी ले जा सकते हैं आप, no issues, okay? Shashi, pass it to Shashi. Yeah. And anybody else? Anybody else? Fine. So I will see you all the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we will meet there. If I go, most probably I will go, okay? I'm not very